everybody. My name is Taylor. I hope that you're having a good day. I hope that you're having a great day. But if you happen to be having a really, just like a terrible day, guys, I can only hope and pray that it gets just a little bit better for you. Alrighty, let's get started, shall we? Whoa. I just choked. Wow, that's painful. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 13. Lucky 13. If you are new, quick rundown. My mom passed away in September of 2016. I spent a lot of time recording my thoughts and feelings and everything you're not supposed to say in terms of grief and mourning. And now I'm putting all of those videos on YouTube so everyone can hear all of my very intimate thoughts and feelings. And that is what the Grief Brief series is. So I do hope you enjoy voyeurism in a non-sexual manner. So, episode 13, what do we have? It's funny because episode 13, it's like 13, lucky 13, whatever, and this is a big episode. I'm going to keep this part very short, I promise, for real this time, because I want to save as much time for all of the stuff that's coming, because everything I could say here, I'm going to explain a lot better in the moment, and you're going to see it very raw and firsthand. To prepare you for what you're going to see, the lonely train that has been making its way to Taylortown for about a month now has officially arrived, and you're going to see a very lonely and sad person. It's the truth. I'm not going to try and fill you with all these other extraneous details or information. I think that what I say and what you'll see will speak for itself. It's also going to be the time I break my rule and I cry on camera for all of you to watch me cry. Yeah, I said that I wouldn't, but I did. Boy, did I. So, I hope that it's insightful and I hope that you enjoy. Alrighty. Okay, so I know I said I wouldn't ever record myself crying on here, but I can do whatever I want, so I'm going to. These past few days have been really hard, and it's really funny because I feel like I've been struggling a lot these past couple days, and I've had more people than ever tell me I'm strong, or to be strong, or that I'm like, oh, you're whatever, that you're strong. And I feel the complete and utter opposite of that. I feel crazy and sad and so lonely and angry. I just feel really angry a lot of the time. And I don't know, I had this conversation with a friend of mine a couple days ago, a week ago or something, whatever, and we were kind of arguing over the notion of what it means to be strong. And I was telling him, like, I hate when people tell you to be strong, when people are always like, you're so strong, or be strong, because it means 9 times out of 10 what they are telling you is don't cry, don't be sad, don't be angry, don't just move along, keep trucking, good. And it's such an easy thing to say to somebody who is mourning or grieving, because you don't want them to be sad. But it's such a freaking BS thing to tell somebody, because you feel more emotions than you know you're capable of feeling. And it is so hard and rough sometimes just to get through the day. And it would be so much easier if you had people around you who were like, you can cry with me, you can cry, you can be sad, you can be angry, you can be all of these things, because I know that you're going through so much. And he sort of was just like, his opinion basically was that it's not that you can't cry, it's that I want you to, cry when you need to and be strong when you can, or blah 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 blah. And I got it, but it's just such something, if you're not going through it or you haven't really experienced like a traumatic death, not like your grandma died, like, not to say that like your grandma can be a traumatic death, but for a lot of people, they're not necessarily particularly close with their grandparents, or they love their grandparents, but it is not necessarily the same thing. For some people it is. Some people, your grandparents are like your parents and you love them more than you can even imagine. But for a lot of people, like myself, your grandparent, like, I was never close to any of my grandparents. 3 out of 4 of them are dead. And the one that's still alive, we are not close to even a remote amount. And so it's just sort of like this idea, this notion, this thing. Sorry, I'm gonna go back. Basically, if you haven't experienced a super traumatic death, you don't necessarily know what it feels like. You know, I've had friends who've had traumatic things happen to them in their life, and you try to be there for them, but you don't fully know how. You don't know what they want, and it's easy to feel like the best thing to do is to back off and is to let them come to you. And that is like the worst thing you can do. Because I'm telling you, when someone dies, like the first week or two, the first like 2 weeks, people are there in droves. People come out for you. People will be there for you and will be there presently without you having to ask. And then after about the 3rd week, definitely into the 4th week, right now I'm at the end of the 4th week of my mom's passing, almost into the 5th week, and it gets quiet real fast. It's not that people don't care, they just care more distantly, and they just get back to their own lives. They have their own things that they're going through and their own problems, their own ups and downs, and it just sucks because it's like I'm the only person who lost a mom. People lost friends, people lost a cousin. Most people just lost a friend because we have a very small family. So I don't have anybody else who like lost, like, who is also experiencing such a traumatic loss that I can like feel like, okay, we're in this together, we're going through this together. And that is really rough. And that sucks because you just start to have all of these feelings because my mom, you know, I was an only child. She was a single parent. And we don't have a very big or relatively close family. Both in terms of location. Like, I have literally no family in the state of Illinois anymore. Like, blood-related family or anything. And we weren't necessarily close in relationships. And so you start to have these thoughts, these feelings of who's supposed to plan your funeral? Who's supposed to plan my funeral if I die? Who's supposed to... I'm nobody's number one priority anymore. At all. Period. There's no one who I come first for. And that's a really hard thing to deal with because my mom loved me so much. And it's just hard because sometimes you're struggling and you want to call somebody, but they're busy. They have their own family and their own friends and their own people to take care of. And they don't realize that you're still in such a bad spot. Because 5 weeks is not a long time at all. And it's rough. And there are times you just don't want to be alone, or you just wish you had someone to talk to, and not even necessarily talk about anything, just talk about stuff. My glasses keep fogging. Yeah, it's cute. And it's hard. And you just feel very alone. And sometimes you can't do anything about it. Everybody feels alone, but it's like magnified to a degree you're not necessarily prepared for. You don't really know what to do about it, and I've never been good at reaching out or asking for help. And so it would be so nice if I had people in my life who were reaching out to me. It's kind of like it just goes quiet and people are like, we'll just let Taylor be right now. We're gonna back away from her and basically hopefully she'll come out and play when she's ready. Nah, I wish they would just knock on the door and be like, Taylor, can I come in? Not like, come out, Taylor, come play with me, Taylor, but can I come in and just sit with you? Can I just be with you? Because it's hard. And it's lonely. And it just sucks because everybody else has so much going on, and my life is completely changed. Ooh. And I just don't know what I'm doing. And I miss feeling loved. Like unquestionable love. And I'm gonna spend the rest of my life searching for my mom's love and searching for something that feels like home. Okay, I'm gonna go. I have a bunch of stuff to do. I'm throwing a bachelorette party tomorrow. That should be interesting. I hope I don't get drunk and cry, because that would be terrible and is a fear I'm currently having. Because I'm not a drunk crier, but I've also never lost my mom, so I don't know. Alright, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye. Wow, that was a heavy episode, if I do say so myself. I hope that it enlightened you. I hope that if you are dealing with grief or you felt lonely in grief, that it made you feel a little less alone and a little more connected to somebody, even somebody on a screen. And I hope that if you know someone who is dealing with grief, even if it was a few years ago, I hope that you reach out to them, that you make sure that they know it's not their responsibility to beg people to support them. That is the purpose of friends and family, to do that automatically. So I hope that you step up and you do that. I was very blessed to have people who saw that video. I posted like a much less crying version on Snapchat and Instagram, who did like step up for me, and that was very kind of them. So I hope that you do that for somebody else, because it's a hard, lonely world, and all we've got is each other. Show up and do the damn thing. Alrighty. That is it. As always, thank you so much for watching this episode. New episodes come out every Monday and Friday. You can check out the next one at the end of the week on Friday. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about grief, you can always reach out to me on any of my social media platforms. I'm always willing to help. You can make a comment down below. I will answer. You can also check out any of the links to the websites I've listed down below if you want more outsider perspective on grief. If you really liked me and my personality, you can like or subscribe to my channel. You can also check out the rest of the Grief Brief series if you missed any episodes here. And until I see you again, I am challenging you to do one thing for somebody else that will make them smile. Alright? Alright, I'll see you Friday. Bye!